Hey drummers, it's Rob Litton here from drumstheword.com and welcome to this free video drum lesson. This song has been requested over on my Facebook page. I occasionally, once every month or so, ask all my followers on Facebook to give me all their song suggestions, and that allows other people to then upvote them, give them a thumbs up. And this one was suggested, and was given a few thumbs up, and I must admit, I'm a massive fan of Porcupine Tree, and particularly the drummer Gavin Harrison. I think he's a legend. I think he's absolutely amazing drummer. The groove from Bonnie the Cat by Porcupine Tree, drummed of course by Gavin Harrison. And I've got the 4 bars, sort of the standard basic groove that he plays through the majority of the song. It's obviously got lots of improvisational parts to it as well, which, you know, he throws in different drum fills all over the place. But really there's one sort of groove he plays that you could say is the basic groove that he plays throughout the main part of the song. So I've got the 4 bars for you, transcript for you. You can download this free PDF from my website. You find the link beneath this video. And if you could do me the favour of liking and sharing and commenting on this video if you found it useful, then I'd really appreciate that as well. Let's crack on then. So, tempo is 115 BPM. It's not really the tempo, it's the fact that we've got lots of ghost notes going on, we've got some weird placements for hi-hats and snare drums, but the thing to understand is it's actually all in 4/4. When I first heard this song, I was convinced, before I started to try to count it, that it must be some sort of weird odd time signature going on here. The drumming is so weird compared to the rest of the band that the 4/4 is completely disguised. But I promise you, in fact Gavin actually shows you this drum beat online. There's a video on YouTube somewhere of him playing it. And it's all in 4/4, so that part's not relatively difficult. It's then lining up the notes around the 4/4 beat. So 4 beats to a bar. I take you through each of the bars slowly. So let's start with the first bar. We've got ghost notes, 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and So those snare drum notes in brackets are played quietly, ghost notes. It's really important that if you can't play those ghost notes quietly, then leave them out completely, otherwise the groove will sound different. But they're supposed to be played as quietly as possible. 1 E and then interestingly we get this open hi-hat on beat 2 and beat 3. So it's an interesting place to open the hi-hat. So beat 2 is kind of a little bit of 4-way independence here. When you line up all the limbs together, we get 2 E and 2 E and So this bass drum on the and you'll see it on the 3rd bar, disguises where the downbeat is. 1 E and 1 E and then for beat 3, he doesn't play any extra ghost notes after on the E of 3. He plays 3 and he doesn't play the hi-hat. I noticed when he plays it live, he plays 3 and giving that snare drum its own space in the bar in the recording. 3 and So it's a snare drum accent on the and a beat 3. That's our backbeat for the first bar, the and a beat 3, followed by a little ghost note. 3 and then beat 4, 4 E and 4 E and So it's the only part that he plays some extra bass drum notes. He plays the E and the and of beat 4 there. 4 E and So the whole bar slowly. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and So already it's like crazy, especially when you play it slowly without the music. It's like, what? 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and That's our first bar. Then we go into the second bar. It starts with 1 E and So the snare drum backbeat's on the and of 2 there. Again, it's helping to disguise where the downbeat is, where beat 1 is, by playing the backbeats on the and of 3 in the first bar, and then now on the and of beat 2. 1 E and Then we get this triplets, 16-note triplets, which Gavin plays right, right, left, right. Starting on the beat 2, 2 to and, we roll into the and of 2, 2 to and, but get ready, because we're then going to play a snare drum ghost note between the and of 2 and 3. 2 to and 3. Sorry, it's 2 to and 3. The bass drum falls on the and 3 there, and 3. And then this is the most interesting part, the turnaround, how he, again, just completely disguises what's happening with the backbeat and where the beat 1 is. After the beat 3, 3 E and. It's 2 ghost notes, 3, and it's important you play the two ghost notes, otherwise this bit isn't going to line up correctly. 3 E and then he plays like his second highest tom. So I'm going to play this tom here, it doesn't matter what tom you use. 4 E and. So our snare drum backbeat appears there on 4 and. So it's appeared on the and of beat 1 and then 4 and at the end of the bar. 4 E and. And it kind of builds up in volume. I mean, when I say build up in volume, it's very, very subtle, but by the those 4 ands are nice and loud. Maybe the first tom note is a little bit quieter. Something like that, but you'll hear it when you listen to the song. You can sort of try to copy those dynamics if you want to play exactly like Gavin. So that bar slowly, 1 E and a 2 t and a 3 E and a 4 E and. So weird, isn't it? Let me try and play the whole line for you. 1 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 t and a 3 E and a 4 E and. So let's go to the next line. And the first bar is very similar to the line above it, except now he really disguises where beat 1 is by not playing the bass drum on beat 1. So that third bar is exactly the same as the first bar, exactly the same, except no bass drum on beat 1. And by the way, when you play this after every drum fill and at the beginning of the song, the first bar he doesn't start on the hi-hat. He actually plays a crash. So you could replace that first hi-hat note in bar 1 with a crash cymbal. But for this third bar, he doesn't play anything on beat 1 apart from the hi-hat. So we get exactly the same bar as bar 1, but without the bass drum on beat 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a. And then bar 4, the last bar, is very similar to the second bar, except we have a different drum fill at the end. 1 E and a 2 t and a 3. So up to that point, it's exactly the same as bar 2. But now, from beat 3, he plays 3 E, he doubles, there's a little drag there on the E of 3, 3 E, E and a 4 E. So a weird place to play that snare drum, and a 4 E. It's an interesting place. And a 4 E and a. And then he does a little ghost note at the end on the of beat 4. Sometimes he turns that into a drag, a little buzz. So you can if you listen to the recording, you can hear him. Sometimes he plays that as a drag, a little buzz, or just a single ghost note. So we get that fourth bar, 1 E and a 2 t and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And then we're back to beat 1 where you might want to hit a crash cymbal, or if there isn't a drum fill there, one of those fast double bass drum fills he loves to play, then you can just go back to the hi-hat. So before I play up to speed for you, and by the way, when I play this up to speed for you in a moment, it did take me a while, 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm not showing off or anything, it's just that's how long it took me to try and get all 4 bars to sound smooth. I had to really play it very slowly to start off with. There's a lot of independent coordination going on there. And once I got the rhythm in my head, I was then able to sort of speed it up and then play it up to speed. So you'll probably find the same, is that you will have to be patient with this. It would take a while to get this locked into muscle memory, and then you'll be able to speed it up. Anyway, so let's try and play all 4 bars together. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 t and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E. Sorry, missed the open hi-hat there. Well, I opened it, but it missed hits. 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 t and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Now, let me try and speed up a little bit. So. Playing it slowly is really difficult for me because I haven't practiced it enough. That was poor, let me try that again. So, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. I'm going to keep all these mistakes in so you don't feel too bad if you're screwing up as well. Missed out a few notes there. One little point of interest also I noticed is that from the beginning of bar 1 and 3, when we get the 1 E and a, I sometimes play 1 E and a, just the one hi-hat on beat 1. I noticed the Gavin, and when you speed up you sort of get this molar whip action with the hi-hat, but I just found that I didn't have to play that hi-hat on the and a beat 1, so I didn't. played that rhythm instead. Right, left, left foot, right, left, a linear pattern rather than I played with the open hi-hat on beat 2 and 3. So after a bit of practice, I was able to finally get it. Here's what it sounds like played up to speed without the microphone on, so you can hear just the drums. So I hope you enjoyed that and found it as fun and enjoyable as it was for me. That was a great chance for me to learn one of my favourite drummers' most popular drum beats. I can't think of many other Porcupine Tree songs that get as many requests for drum lessons as this, although there are plenty of other songs you might want to check out if you're into your prog rock, and it's a really good band, and Gavin is just superb drummer. Don't forget you can download the free PDF that came with this lesson. You find the link beneath this video, so you can have this printed out in front of you to go through in your practice sessions, and you will need the music, believe me. Try and memorise this in one go. It takes a little bit of effort, but if you can read it off the page, it's going to be a lot easier for you. If you've got any questions about that though, feel free to email me, rob@drumsaword.com, and you might also want to consider signing up to my website. And what I offer for $97 a year is a full year subscription to the website where you get access to every single full video song lesson I've ever recorded. So I've got over 300 full video song lessons now, famous and popular songs, where I teach you a song from start to finish. Every single bar, you get the full PDF drum chart, comes with each lesson. Unlike this lesson where I just chose a little bit of it, I teach you the whole song from start to finish. And like I said, I've got over 300 famous and popular songs on the website now, so you can visit drumsaword.com and search for all the songs. You can see just how many there are now. And as a thank you for signing up for your $97, I give you hundreds of extra videos teaching you many famous beats, fills and drum solos. 3 ebooks I've written over the years containing hundreds more famous beats, fills and solos. And then over the year of your subscription, you also gain instant online access to all the new material that I upload for my members. And I record every week unless I'm ill or on holiday. So you've got lots and lots of cool stuff to look forward to over the year of your subscription, as well as the content that's already on there. But any questions? Email me, rob@drumsaword.com. Join me on Facebook, press the like, share, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys soon. Toodle pip!